You have to stand proudly for the national anthem. Well, you shouldn't be playing. You shouldn't be there. Maybe you shouldn't be in the country.
When you come to think about it,
we believe everyone should stand for the national anthem. That's an important part of our policy. It's also an important part of our game that we all take great pride in.
The similarities are there between former President Donald Trump and current NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell.
I think it's very disrespectful to our country. I think it's very, very disrespectful to our flag. And when you get on your knee and you don't respect the American flag or the anthem, that's not being treated with respect.
Their views on protesting players.
And it's also important for us to honor our flag and to our country.
Strictly align with one another.
NFL owners don't want to pick them up because they don't want to get a nasty tweet from Donald Trump. Do you believe that?
When Colin Kaepernick was still an active quarterback.
And, we've moved on here, so.
They railroaded his entire career, in Trump's case for political points. In Goodell's case, to save his job, cowering to MAGA. They flubbed cases of DV.
He worked very hard. I found out about it recently, and I was surprised by it. But we certainly wish him well. It's a obviously tough time for him. He did a very good job when he was in the White House.
President Trump's speaking publicly about former top aide Rob Porter, who resigned after allegations of domestic violence became public. But tonight, new concerns about who knew what when about the accusations against Porter. Chief of Staff John Kelly, late tonight with NBC News, confirming he'd known for 3 months about an investigation.
Can you clarify to us exactly, there's been a lot of reporting about the timeline and when you found out about
Tuesday night.
You found Tuesday night?
That the accusations are true. Yeah. 40 minutes later, he was gone.
And done so for protection to their self-interest.
To be clear, did you know that a second tape existed?
Well, we had not seen any videotape of what occurred in the elevator. We assumed that there was a video. We asked for video. We asked for anything that was pertinent, but we were never granted that opportunity.
Let's get this straight. Ray Rice lost his job because we saw the video, not because of his actions. And for Commissioner Goodell to suggest that he had no idea what was on the video is a complete and utter lie, because he was told what was on the video. Ray Rice told him what was on the video, him punching his wife out.
When pressed to make a statement,
I know your pain. I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened, where they could take it away from all of us, from me, from you, from our country. This was a fraudulent election, but we can't play into the hands of these people. So go home. We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. You see the way others are treated that are so bad and so evil. I know how you feel. But go home and go home in peace.
They do it, but far too late.
We, the National Football League, believe Black Lives Matter. I personally protest with you and want to be part of the much-needed change in this country.
Like Roger Goodell not saying a word when the summer protests spoke out until social media managers behind the scenes made it happen with NFL players. Only did the commissioner realize he had remained silent. At the end of the day, they are a capitalist dream.
But if you look in terms of dollars, $3 billion, $533 million, $525 million, that's peanuts for you. Should have increased it. $880 million, $645 million, $6 billion, that's for frigates. $889 million, $63 million, and that's for various artillery.
And a right-thinking person's nightmare.
He counts his money. He's the highest paid player in the NFL. He makes $35 million.
Donald Trump is clashing with the media again, this time revoking press credentials from the Washington Post. Trump accused the Post of covering him inaccurately, calling the paper phony and dishonest. Now, the editor of the Post says they're proud of their coverage and will keep at it. The Trump camp has already revoked credentials for a few other news outlets, including the Daily Beast and Politico,
They close off events to the media, as Roger Goodell and the NFL did just that at his annual press conference at the Super Bowl in Las Vegas, Nevada. The event, which has been open to all media, transformed into an invite-only event. This comes on the heels of former NFL media reporter and journalist Jim Trotter asking questions about the lack of diversity in the NFL newsroom. He currently has a lawsuit against the NFL. And trust me, there are plenty more examples that could be provided. One of the clear-cut ones is this. They both protect the top 1%. Donald Trump does it, and granted this is other politicians, but there is nobody that does it better. By providing tax cuts and helping those donors who will fundraise for him, donate to him, help his campaign in order to curry favors, because as we know from previous legislation, it's despicable, that has been passed, there is legalized bribery that goes on in this country between a donor, or more like an entity, and someone like, say, a Ted Cruz or a J.D. Vance. All of their campaigns are completely funded by the ruling class. For Roger Goodell, he protects them in other ways. When there is anything that goes on, anything that you think would warrant a answer from one of those billionaire governors within the National Football League, they don't do it. They don't go up there and take the bullets. That's what Roger Goodell is for. Send our goon. Tell him to go out there. Trot him out. Answer every question with non-answers. The absolute king of word salad. If someone were to be testifying or deposed, you know who they should hire to answer a question without answering a question? Roger Goodell. He will never give you anything unless it is to praise the ownership class, unless it is to praise the product. Rarely, since the Ray Rice case, as he said, we got it wrong, I got it wrong. And rarely will you ever hear him say that an owner is out of line or that they should have handled something a certain way. They both protect their donors and they both protect the ruling class. That is very, very, very clear. There's another one. They both protect the New England Patriots to very different degrees. There's a report, and I'll link below, from Seth Wickersham about how Roger Goodell played his part in helping the Patriots. Donald Trump has gone public time and time again protecting the Patriots, whether it is Bill Belichick or Robert Kraft. They both devalue player safety. Donald Trump has said the NFL is going soft, much like Josh Hawley believes that men are going soft. And what I find to be a similarity is Roger Goodell will say, yes, we are trying to implement different things and yada, yada. A new report came out that he wanted to launch a ground war against former players in the concussion lawsuit. That was despicable. So there are similarities. If we missed any, get at me in the comments section below. And as always, if we missed any stories, if there are any that fell through the cracks, local level, collegiate level, professional level, national level, global level, what have you, there are only so many hours in a day and only so much we see with our own two eyeballs. Get at me on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. DMs are open. Submit those stories and we'll get to as many as we can. Thank you so much. Have a good day.